Okay, we are live. Do not share your credit card numbers unless you want to get new credit cards.
3456. Oh, yeah, that was the full number.
It's really impressive. You got in early.
Yeah. I mean, it's so weird that you started saying the thing about not sharing your credit card information just as I was sharing the credit card information.
It's like I was trying to warn you, but I couldn't stop you. You're too powerful.
Yeah, it can't stop me. Can't stop, won't stop. Not sure how to stop. Send help.
Unable to stop. Please send help. Brakes are failing. But yeah, we're in episode 28, if you can believe that. It's a lot of weeks, like considering we started it this year.
Yeah. We started in February.
We did it. But yep, we made it to 28, which is appropriate because the first episode in France, I think, was 15?
Yeah.
So, with this episode, you will have been in France as long as you were in Germany.
Yay.
So, weird how that worked out.
Feels like we've been in France forever.
You've had the longest, 2 days in your characters' lives. Realistically, the entire story has taken place over 3 weeks.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, this one night in particular has lasted forever.
Yeah, this one night has been actually 10 or so sessions. Or in real life, 4 months. Because remember, this event was supposed to start on Memorial Day weekend in the in-person game.
Yep. And then because we didn't end up doing that, you randomly rolled, and then Derek came into our D&D characters' lives.
Oh,
how different would things be?
I really appreciate the fact that I don't know where this is going, ever. That's the entertaining part for me, because I'm running it, but I don't know what's going to happen either, because quite honestly, it's really, not that it's bad, but it's really hard to predict what the two of you are going to do, and that's fun. I literally put you on a train and you found a different way to resolve the story. So you know what? You're immune to rails, and that's good.
Even I don't know what Anise is going to do.
I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Keep things interesting.
Collaborative storytelling.
We don't really know what's going to happen. I just make a bunch of pieces, and then I set them out, and I see what happens, and then you play Smash Brothers with them. But yeah, so I'm not going to recap everything. If you're wondering if this is for your first episode, I'm sorry, but you're at the end of a storyline. So maybe rewind a little bit and see what's going on, or catch the beginning of another episode where I recap the whole thing. The relevant parts for right now are that after all of the events of the mansion, last week you went in and you found out what Lucretia's deal was, and a hidden room within the maze where she and Arsène Lupin VII greeted you for breakfast and gave you some context for all of the events that have occurred here, including some of the ones that were a ridiculous comedy of errors that are only possible when we just let the NPCs go and bump into each other and see where it happens. But you got a bunch of information on that. You figured out a bit more about an oncoming Grail War and an offer to join up with Lucretia if you would like to assist her in this, because she's planning on joining it. You also know that Levisa Edelfelt, one of the Edelfelt sisters from the Third Grail War, who I'm completely ignoring canon for because there's not enough to work on, so we're just going to invent a new one. She is also involved in a bit of this. You got a little bit more context over the fact that the thing that attacked the Einsburn mansion was, in fact, an entity acting on behalf of a dead apostle ancestor. So apparently the planet is pissed over what went down in Fuyuki. Apparently somebody in the Fifth Grail War a year ago made a wish too big, and so it's gonna grant it. Proceeds to drain all the mana out of the region and is still draining to this very day. So hopefully they can hijack the ritual and just spend that mana on something else so that it stops before it leeches the planet dead. Yay, stakes. So they're going to be making their own Grail War with blackjack and hookers. And when that works out, hopefully we'll have some good stuff happening. Lucretia wanted to make sure that the two of you were not planning to join it as enemies who, have an incredibly selfish or stupid wish. And she seems to be pretty happy with the fact that all of you agree that at the very least, if we're changing the world, it should maybe be a little better for phantasmals in nature than it is right now. The extent to which and the form of that is going to be up to individual choices. You don't know who she's going to summon, but you do know she still has the arrow coin, which means presumably she's getting the arrow, and that's relevant. You did find out that the bone that is among the many items in Anis's war chest as a result of this night corresponds to the donkey bone used by Samson in the Bible to beat the crap out of / murder a whole bunch of people. So if you want a berserker, there you go. Just don't cut his hair, because that's one of the most widely known weaknesses in mythology. It's up there with Achilles on known weaknesses. But if you're looking for power, there you go. Other than that, you left that room after learning a little bit more about what your not really friend, but your acquaintance Jimmy is. It turns out he's Orochi from Japanese mythology. He's 1/8 of a big 8-headed dragon who is perpetually drunk and wandering the world, kind of bumbling around because he's got to be inebriated to survive. Sad times. And yeah, go back and listen to that if anyone wants more details, because it sort of turned into a bit of a Q&A session for a whole bunch of what's going on. There are still some mysteries outstanding too. Maybe go back and listen to that and see what people forgot to ask, or if you had any different questions, post them in the comments so that later if you get answered, you can go back and go, haha, that makes sense now. Or you can call me out if I left a plot hole, because the story's been rolling out for so long that I probably made one and didn't even know it. But yeah, so that's going on, and now we're up to 4:55 in the morning. At 5 o'clock, everybody gets their stuff. So hooray, we're finally at the end of the mansion arc. Go team. We did it. No one's dead. Technically, no one broke the rules the entire time. So this giant page of notes I have for when people break the rules can be ignored, and we can move on with our lives.
Time to stab someone real fast.
Anise, put that knife away.
Oh, speaking of, since, we've got this stuff up in here, I'm just going to take this moment to zoom in for the audience at home on this fabulous new token for Miss Nora.
Oh, yeah, where the hell is Nora? There she is. Yay, it's there!
It's true.
She's pretty.
She's so pretty.
She's at the table with us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Boom, Nora, look at her.
Yay!
Super adorable.
You can zoom in so far.
Oh, no.
Did you infinitely zoom in on her?
I can see pores.
Oh, no!
Oh, it feels good to laugh.
Look. Elf doesn't crack. She doesn't have pores. Elves are beautiful forever. It's kind of in their nonsense.
It's the paper. It's fine. She will insist that it's the paper that her likeness is drawn on, and not pores.
Ethereal beauty captured by human hand. But yeah, so she's got her new art now. Once you leave, I'll let the two of you decide if you want to go back to your original art or stick with your fancy dress-up art. It's up to you.
Yeah.
We got options.
It's gonna have a wardrobe of tokens by the end of this game.
I mean, I guess that's up to you. But yeah, if you ever want to see some of these things drawn or colored in, I would recommend going to some of the related videos and watching Zippy Ellie do art streams, because that's where this happened. Fun times.
Except they're not on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, they're on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm referencing, go to the Twitch stream that's in the comments, and then go to that. Also, there's a link to Zip's page in the comments of this video and all of them, because I attribute art. I'm not a monster. So,
yay!
Hooray. Anyway, so there's all that. As noted, does anyone have anything they want to do in the next 5 minutes, or should I just let the clock tick forward?
I mean, I'm good with it going to the clock.
Same.
Awesome. Let's do that. Because nothing happens. Everyone has what they wanted. You secured the secret objective and got the achievement.
Yay!
Ding!
Oh my god!
What was that?
And then I pull out my gun.
And then I pull out my gun.
Now I'm in the closet.
Oh, that song and video series is so bad / better than the person who made it.
Anyway.
Yeah, so that happened. So 5 in the morning clicks, and even though you never saw one anywhere in the building, you hear what sounds like a big grandfather clock dinging 5 times, signifying that the event is at an end. And then, similar to before, when you were in the main room and whoever was performing on the stage could be heard everywhere in the room, you hear a voice pop up over what's essentially a loudspeaker, but it feels like they're not too far away from you. It's like one last acoustic trick of the building. Congratulations, everyone. We've all made it through the night with only minor destruction to my home. There may have been a floor collapse. There could have been a bomb. There's all sorts of things that probably happened. Doesn't matter, though. Everyone's safe. No one broke the rules. And now the time has come for prizes. I hope you've all enjoyed your time here in my mansion. And this one last kickoff from the Arsène Lupin series. I believe, if I followed everything correctly, all of our guests have at least one token. So it's time to redeem your items. Through no small amount of pressure, I've gained an assistant for this process. So just wait your turn, and a white rabbit will be joining you shortly. Just follow it on up, and you'll be good to go.
Ooh.
And around that point,
I wonder who got chain ganged into being Lupin's assistant for this.
oh my god, I'm not going to miss this giant map. I love it. I'm not going to miss it.
I just look over at Nora. Nora, you look different.
Did you do something to your hair and clothes and pores?
Did you do something to your pores?
What's your skin routine?
Apparently it involves you touching me with a cleansing stone.
That's fair. None of that dialogue happened. We were just...
This is the cutaway to the omake scene at the end of the manga.
Oh, hey, look, it's one of the Roombas.
Yep, it floats down, and it bumps into Jimmy. Huh? And then a little blue rabbit illusion appears on top of it, and it runs around in a little circle, and then it starts to pull him away. Like, literally, the Roomba pinches onto the side of his coat and starts dragging him away.
Bye, Jimmy. Should we follow this one?
Probably not.
There's like 4 of them.
It seemed like... It's probably something like how we got here by following the rabbit. It's
yeah,
a rabbit
right.
for each.
Okay. Bye, Jimmy.
If I had to guess.
Who's probably too drunk to respond.
Yeah, he's already been pulled out of view. And then after that, I think from your point of view, Penelope, you can actually, let me click on you to see what your range of vision is. You can see the stairs from where you are.
I can.
Cool. Then you start to see people filing up the stairs, each being shuffled along by a Roomba. Well, 3 more of them at this point. It seems like they're sort of being corralled up one at a time by the different Roombas. And it's starting out, apparently, in the order of the people who have the fewest coins. Which is a whole lot of people tied at 1. Hurrah.
Oh, I suppose I'm going last.
Oh, geez, I should probably get that 1 coin back, Jared, so I can actually give the crest. that he.
Yeah, it's true, because you gave him the coin, but he isn't technically a guest to redeem it.
Shit.
But yeah, so from where you're sitting, you can slowly see people shuffling up with the different Roombas and little illusions of rabbits on top of the different Roombas and the appropriate light color for the Roombas. They're kind of like Princess Leia SOS messages levels of video quality. Like, they're not anything that someone would confuse with an actual rabbit. It's not like a full-on illusion spell. It's more just a kind of cheap hologram. But yeah, you get the impression that maybe this is something that Catherine was stuck with since you left her with Lupin when you left the room a few minutes ago.
I mean, could have left at any point.
But yep.
Can I run downstairs and see if I can get the coin back from him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I have to actually physically?
No, we're not going to drag them back and forth on the map for this, especially if they're all going to one by one file their way upstairs.
Yeah, no.
And Anise goes with her.
Yay!
Sure.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, running downstairs.
Stay safe, you two. I'll sit up here and talk to our new friend.
Yeah.
Oh, good. And you sort of get the sense as both of you are leaving that two people who are much older than you are about to have a very stern conversation about the past.
Oh, no.
So you don't need to roll insight to sense that there's still some distrust from Nora with regards to Miss Dead Apostle Representative. Which checks out based on everything you know about druids and their love of life versus the walking death elementals.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. They're consistent.
Yeah.
But yep, so as you get downstairs, walking down the staircase, you see Richard is not up here yet, but you do walk by the Dragonborn and Magnanimous and Reggie, who are being corralled up by 3 Roombas.
Hey, guys.
Anise just kind of smiles and waits.
Oh, good. Yeah, the Dragonborn is absolutely happy to chime in, still sort of scratching away a little bit above his head. It's about time. This is going to wear off any minute.
Oh my god, are we gonna get to see what you look like?
I don't know. Guess we'll see when it wears off. And he continues following, because he's following the green one. He's following Jupiter. So are you a hockey puck or some kind of cake? This one doesn't talk much.
Don't eat it.
Oh, I wouldn't eat it. It's not mine. I'm not a savage.
I think that it's some sort of vacuum or something.
No. It's a robot. It's not a vacuum.
Oh.
I just call it a Roomba because it looks like those.
Oh.
I don't know what they're actually called. I don't think Catherine ever told me.
Yeah, she's only referred to them as bots and robots. She's never actually given you a name for them. You've just been calling them Roombas.
Well, and she named them after something.
She named them after the sailor.
Oh yeah, that's right. The planets, but then we determined that it was absolutely the sailor symbol.
The colors match. So the colors match for the inner Senshi. Because again, not intentional, but she unintentionally became my self-insert character. So here we are.
Womp womp.
There are worse characters to have channeling.
And waves to a magnanimous, and then her genuine smile turns into that customer service smile when she sees
Reggie.
Reggie.
Yeah. So yeah, Magnanimous smiles back and he tips his magician hat at you, and as he's going by, he sort of leans in to Penelope a little bit, like not a condescending lean down because he's coming up the stairs as you're going down, but like when you're still at eye level, being a few steps apart. He sort of leans a little closer and he says, "Now, if you'd like tickets, I would absolutely love for you to catch a show with maybe less stakes."
I mean, yeah, I'd love that.
And he hands you a flower.
Uh-huh.
And it poofs inside out into a business card.
Sweet! Okay, that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Sometimes the simple things are the best.
Yeah.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I have a stick to get.
Go get that stick.
And then Reggie comes up a little awkwardly behind the other two of them. "Hi, guys. Thanks again for helping out. Sorry I've been a bit of a dick."
Apology. At least on my end.
Anise just gives a thumbs up.
By the way, are you open for business, or are you on extended vacation given you're here? And that he is saying towards Anise.
Oh, my uncle and cousin's attending to the shop right now, so...
Are they as good at it as you are? You're still kind of the best, as far as I've seen.
Not really. I made up a whole lot of potions before I left, and they're just selling the stock that I left with.
Okay, well, I might drop by at some point then. Nothing too fancy, but I feel like that's probably the fair thing to do. And again, your product's good.
Glad to hear it.
You're getting the sense that he's trying. He just doesn't actually know how to communicate with someone properly.
And without being a snooty, pompous asshole, yeah.
Right, like, he's making noted improvements, but he's still not quite up to good yet. But yeah. So the three of them head upstairs, and you can see at the very top of the stairs, because he had a head start, even in his drunken state, your good friend Jimmy has made it to the top first. And looking up the stairs toward the little overlooking spot, you can see Lupin sort of leaning over the staircase, looking down at everyone coming up. And you can see Catherine to the side of him, holding her tablet, fidgeting with it, looking a bit exasperated that she's forced to do this.
Keep up the good work, Catherine!
It's like herding cats. Very drunk cats.
And you can do it. I believe in you.
2 of them are dragons, I think. Not cats.
Same thing, basically.
They're very large, I assume. But yes, we'll catch up later. I have a feeling I'll be up here till the end too.
Cool.
And so with that, you can continue making your way down, and you find...
Way downstairs.
It's true. Look, the number of times I've made fun of Matt Mercer for saying that, I earned it. Because he literally will say, "You make your way downtown," and like, you know, every player is like thinking it.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, they started.
And they've done it once in a while too. Yeah.
All the players started doing it in campaign too.
Wonderful. Something to look forward to. I just associate it with that piano music at the beginning, and then every A and B for a year. But it's a good song.
Intense.
But yeah, so as you get down, you can see the rest of the crowd sort of gathering. They don't have bots yet because there's just the 4 of them, but they seem to be kind of hanging out. And you can see right now Richard is talking to Crosby, of all people. And Crosby is explaining to him the finer points of other uses for necromancers. So everyone's all like, look, you're going to bring about some kind of horrible zombie plague. You're going to raise the monsters. They're going to run around and tear into everybody. And before you know it, we're all going to be stuck in some kind of hellscape. But alternatively, waste not, want not, you know? Like, there's a labor shortage in some parts of the world, and there's a whole bunch of deadbeats. So maybe we could put some people to work and take care of some problems. There's a lot of jobs that aren't really good to do for people on account of needing oxygen, but, you know, zombies don't need oxygen. If anything, the lack of oxygen makes them last longer. Win-win. You could try skeletons, but they're not as strong on account of the lack of muscle, but, you know. Oh, hey, look, some friends. Hey, oh, wait. Has it started? That's what the Roombas mean, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Guess I should actually go do what I'm here to do. I'll see you guys upstairs. I'm sorry to break off this conversation. I know you were fascinated, and I absolutely hate that we didn't get to the part where I explained exactly what happens when you try to revive a hot dog. But I'm sure we can catch up to this later. And he scrambles off and runs up the stairs. Oh my god.
You know what though? I enjoy I enjoy walking up and just trying to figure out where the conversation was going beforehand.
Always necromancy, but it's never the same things about necromancy.
I made the mistake of asking him what he's doing here if nothing of his was taken.
Oh,
And
yes,
it turned into work talk, but like I don't actually know what he does, and he just tried to explain it to me for like an hour.
Oh no.
Yes, that's Crosby.
My condolences.
Like I don't even know which department he's part of, and I really should. I think he just shows up and they let him.
You know, that wouldn't shock me.
Sounds about right.
Anyway, before I forget, I know I handed you that coin earlier. I need to get it back from you so I can actually get the thing and then give it to you.
Yeah, that checks out. I don't have one of those little watch things. So
Yeah.
sure. You've got a lot of coins, right? So you're probably going to go near the end.
I mean, I don't have that many, but I'm probably going closer to the end than most other people.
I think most of the people down here just have the one thing they were looking for.
I am most likely dead last. I didn't set out to have this many coins. They just made their way to me.
Yeah, I somehow have three, which is weird.
Well, I guess now you've got 4, and he hands you a coin. I'm not going to bother with the inventory. You know it's there.
Yeah, I'll bring it right back to you. Or not this coin, but you know what I mean.
Oh, he could come up with that.
I mean, yeah, you could do that too. That might be easier.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that this is sorting itself out, but also now I've got to go check in on the team and make sure that they've done a decent cleanup job at the Chinese food place.
Oh yeah.
I kind of agreed with the nice lady who I think is still upstairs that we're gonna try to track down her missing person. I'm hoping that we can find him before anything's too bad, because quite honestly, the Mages Association doesn't have the best reputation with Goliaths, and this seems like a good opportunity to work together for something that isn't inherently self-serving. And I've kind of gotten the impression the last, let's say, 12 hours that there's a lot to be gained from that. So let's see what we can do.
I mean, and I'm not even sure what I was about to say there. It's definitely 5 a.m. Holy shit.
Now, obviously, we need to get some sleep and recover first, but would you perhaps want some help with that? Tracking down the Goliath.
It might not be the worst idea. I mean, like, our team should be able to do it, but I'm going to need an update to know how well things went. I'm a little nervous about the Harvest organization in general because while they don't usually target us, anyone that can bag a Goliath is probably dangerous.
Yeah.
So.
They are dangerous, but we also beat up a whole bunch of them in an alleyway. What, last night?
I mean, that's true, but like, they're very dangerous just in general. I think we got the
Got Leopold. Could have broken him in half.
we got the defective harvesters.
Leopold?
Yeah.
He's gonna make a roll. See what he remembers. He rolled a 2, never mind. Moving on.
And then Kim is trying to remember the name of the other guy.
Elias.
Elias.
Yeah. Leopold is the one that you've bullied pretty hard financially.
Yeah. Yeah.
Elias is the one who keeps becoming Penelope's biggest fan, even though it's his entire gimmick that he mind wipes other people instead.
Leopold's the one that Anise picked up and threw at Elias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wielded him without proficiency to great effect.
Good times.
You've had a really eventful 36 hours.
You really have.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be understandable that you're taking a long rest at the end of this nonsense.
Yeah, real.
But yeah, he hands you the coin, so you've got that, and now you can just sort of plop down here with the rest of the crowd if you so desire.
Hey, also, do you have any sort of contact info just in case we do end up helping you with that?
Oh, you need... yeah, no problem. And then he sort of fidgets around in his pocket for a bit. And then he pulls out a stone. And he hands it over to Penelope. And I'm just going to add an item to your inventory. We're not really up to date on, modern technology. Like, some of us have phones, but honestly, the easiest way to find us is to just have an item taken from Clock Tower and use it as a resonance point for a sending spell. You shouldn't have too much trouble finding someone to use that. It's kind of like a priority messaging system.
Oh, okay.
There you go. You should have a Clock Tower Garden Stone in your inventory, and you can put it whatever location you want.
Oh, gonna put it in the handbag.
But yeah,
Cool.
that should work pretty well. Likewise, if you're planning on doing something here, we're going to be set up in the Chinese restaurant for a bit. Because, quite honestly, whenever we take a place like that over, if we don't destroy it, and I swear to God, those guys better not have destroyed it in this process. It was intact when I left. We tend to just set up and make it look like things are still running for a bit and see who wanders in.
Right.
So, at the very least, someone should be there for a bit. And they could also get in touch with me. Personally, while I haven't got a lot of experience with them, I'm starting to see the value of mobile phones.
Right?
So we may eventually figure that out. I think part of our problem is that the higher ups in the organization still use phones that you have to spin the dial on.
Oh no.
But they're the progressives. They actually use phones, so we're getting there.
Dear.
We're working on
we've
it.
got some work to do with this mage association. Don't know what a phone is. Don't know how to use a phone.
They know what phones are. They just are not impressed. It's not really a secret that most mages are caught up in their own little world, and if it doesn't lead to the root, they probably don't spend a lot of time on it.
I mean, if they've got a system that works.
Penelope's just shaking her head like, no. Cool.
But regardless, like, after this is over, I'm going to get my own briefing on what happened there, and then I'm going to get some sleep, too. And then...
That's fair. It's been a long night.
Presumably, when that's over... Ideally, we found the guy. If not, we might go on a bit of a hunt based on whatever leads we've got, because we're hoping for the best. And if anything bad has happened, we still need closure on that and appropriate retribution. We can't exactly have people taken off the streets of a major city. That's a major risk for exposure.
Yeah.
Also, it's bad, just to clarify.
I mean, yeah.
That is also understood, but the way that we're going to prioritize it is a threat to secrecy that tends to move more boots than bad things happening to someone among, well, essentially a sociopathic society. Mages are kind of awful.
Yeah, a little bit.
I appreciate that that's actually canon, too. Like, even in Type Moon, they acknowledge that mages are terrible people, as they are mages.
Yeah.
So. But cool, you got a rock from Clock Tower that you can use to communicate with Clock Tower.
Got a clock rock.
Rock Tower.
Let's see. Is Johnny anywhere down there?
Johnny is down here. Johnny is currently, I'm gonna go ahead and move the camera to downstairs just so you can see all the NPCs.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move your tokens with it just because that's the only way you're gonna be able to see. But we can sort of plop down here for a while.
I get whooshed again.
You're about to get whooshed. We're gonna go to tiny maps. It's gonna be awesome. Go back to the train. The train was nice.
The train had a lot of spiders on it.
Yeah, well, now your castle has a lot of spiders in it.
Ah, damn it.
You left him there.
That's true.
It's true.
You left him there, and there were more spiders the last time you visited. Now he's had even more time.
Ah, damn it, Kwaku. Stop adding spiders.
It's not how he works. You know that.
Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man.
All right, I'm going to move the camera view for you.
Yay.
I really hate how the layers and the view images are so similar. Come on now. There you go.
Woo.
So here's the people that are downstairs.
Woo.
But yep, you can
Cool.
see Johnny is actually, I guess technically the two of you would be closer to Richard. So she's right nearby. I'm going to move her slightly so that she's talking to Jameson.
Oh.
Brr.
Burp. Woo. I'm just gonna jump in the pool. Woo!
Don't do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Can you even swim?
Yes. Maybe. Hold on.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Yes, I can swim really damn well.
Excellent. That's good. So yeah, walking up to Jameson and Johnny. Johnny is sort of sitting back, like, you know, contrary to her token here, like she did lose her hat in the journey. So she's just sitting there with her horns poking out. And Jameson is sitting next to her, and he's trying to make small talk a bit awkwardly. So you don't have a manager. You just are a musician out there on your own. That's right. Have you considered getting a manager? It would make your life a lot easier. I don't really do performances that would require a manager. Yeah, but still, it's a dangerous world, and quite frankly, we're going to have to find a hat for you before you leave. So, I do what I can to help Miss Penelope out, but you're probably going to need someone to help out with, well, everything. Well, on account of I'm not going to lose sight of Miss Penelope till I win my fiddle back, I guess you're my manager now. No, I wasn't offering that. Well, welcome aboard. And she like
Oh,
reaches out and takes his hand and starts shaking it. I'm not agreeing to this.
Jameson, did you agree to be her manager?
No, I did not.
Oh no, are you not my manager anymore?
I would never abandon you, Penelope.
Oh
I'm just
God,
explaining to her the value of perhaps having a fake ID.
Oh no, wait. Oh my gosh, no, you can be both of our managers. I love that.
I think I'm probably working enough hours as it is.
Johnny, we could totally be like we could use this as an opportunity to like do duos and like concerts and stuff.
Well, I'm definitely going to be playing alongside you in at least one more music duel till I can get my fiddle back.
I mean, that is fair and true and valid, and I can't wait for you to actually win it back from me because I do not want the burden of carrying it around.
It is quite heavy.
Emotionally and physically.
If there was any straw around, I could weave you a hat.
I wonder if we could just ask for a hat.
Oh, that's true.
Be like, hey, Ghosty Boo, apparently. Make us a hat. And we're making food earlier. Well, wait. The hat wouldn't be able to come out of the Never mind.
Oh, that's true. If I wove a hat in the mansion, it wouldn't be able to.
I don't know, Johnny, where are you staying?
Not quite sure yet.
I mean, you could come back with us to the hotel and Annis could probably make you a hat.
Oh, make no mistake. I don't plan on letting you out of my sight till I can get a fair opportunity to win my fiddle. So
Yeah,
I'm going to be your shadow for a little bit.
Oh, no. I mean, you're not planning on, like, actually following me around, are you? Because we've got places to go.
Yes, we do.
Oh, goddamn. I mean, do you just want to challenge me when I get the fiddle in a few minutes? Because we could do that.
No, on account of the fact that you beat me fair and square, I think I'm going to have to get a little bit better. So I'm just going to be watching and learning. And then eventually I will beat you.
As long as you're not actually stalking me, that's okay.
I understand that you need some room. You're a musician. I get that. Just understand I'll never be too far away.
But also, like, I've had stalkers before, and I don't know what Jameson did to them, but they don't come around. So, gotta watch out.
We did negotiations.
He's a wily one.
I'll tell you what, since I'm going to be following you around anyway, if I see any stalkers, I'll make them disappear.
Oh, okay, that's fine by me.
Legally, right? I didn't say that.
Maybe do it within the bounds of legality. As much as
I'll just scare them away a little bit. I'll just remind them that they're not wanted there, and that if they persist, then they will be identified by their teeth. That tends to scare people away.
Okay, but also, like, don't maybe scare my friends away, because that's bad.
Well, if they're stalking you, then they're probably not your friends. I'll just keep a lookout for the, what do you call them? The pizzagazzi?
Paparazzi?
Those are the ones, yeah. Anybody who's sneaking up to take a quick Polaroid of your cute little face, I will break the Polaroid.
Okay, cool.
Over their head.
So I guess I don't even need to get your contact info because you're basically just going to be stalking me.
I will not be stalking you, but I will be by your side. All the time.
That's the same thing.
We are comrades and companions here.
I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, so if I take 2 steps this way, Oh, nope. I apparently just map. Ah.
I can still see you. We're good.
Damn it. Okay, but for real, like, what can I get your contact info just in case you do lose sight of it?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I'll get you the ability to get in touch with me a little bit later. I think you'll have an easier time once you get the fiddle.
Okay.
It'll kind of point my way.
Cool. Totally not worried about having permastalker. That's fine.
Oh, look. There's the extra token for Crosby. Get out of here.
Oh, no. Doppelganger Crosby?
You got to watch out for that. Yeah, he's gone now. Like, that Crosby's definitively upstairs, so I'm really not going to miss this map. Hurrah.
Ugh.
So yeah, so other than that, down here you've still got Fidan, you've got Derek's butler, who has successfully slipped away from Derek for such a long time now. Which is nice.
You know what? I want to harass him just because he's here.
That'll teach him to have dreams.
Hello!
Oh, hello.
I just left that other conversation. Shit. Hello! How are you?
I'm enjoying the peace and quiet, relatively speaking.
I was gonna say, yeah, I see you finally got rid of, Crazy Pan.
If you're referring to Master Derek, I believe he was upstairs helping your group, and I decided it was best to guard, he looks around awkwardly, this fellow, just in case something happened.
And it just comes up and sits down beside Fidan and just watching this happen.
I mean,
we have a lot in common. We both work hard for long-lived species.
Oh dear.
And well-established mages and people who in general exude so much privilege. He just wears the years better than I do.
Well, thank you for your service. I just made this real awkward. I'm gonna...
No, you're fine. I don't have a coin, so I assume that when Master Derek gets called up to whatever they're doing, I will somehow get escorted out as his guest. But I'm not really in a hurry to find out how that works.
Okay,
I think the last time I saw him, he and a bird were looking around on the staircase and then went back upstairs. He spent a moment checking out what I believe is a convenience store over there.
Is he still
Who?
Derek?
No, you sent him off on patrol when you went downstairs to check the maze.
That's right.
He and Hemlock have been investigating other places where Lucretia might have gone.
Right.
Whoops.
So after you went in the maze down here, he went down here to check, and he decided that since you had the maze covered, he was going to go make sure that she wasn't hiding in the produce aisle.
Oh, so he is over there.
I mean, not necessarily right now. Like he apparently went back upstairs, but he's still checking around because no one told him otherwise.
Well,
I just turned to his butler, who I think I got the name for.
no,
I don't
wrote it down
remember.
at one point.
Edmund.
Edmund. Okay, well, enjoy some well-deserved rest for now.
Oh, I absolutely am. I'm looking forward to going home and getting some sleep. I know that last night I got an okay amount of sleep, but the morning was early. And Anise, give me a perception check.
Perception. Oh. Wasn't pick up. That's a
There you go. Yeah, so you're not quite sure, but you get the impression that when he's referring to last night, he's trying to focus more on Penelope than you. The difficulty was 5. He's not very subtle.
Oh.
Wow, Edmund, looks like you're really trying to avoid looking at Anise there. I wonder why.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean any disrespect. I just we were talking, so I thought it was best to maintain eye contact with who I'm talking to.
Anise manages not to laugh. She covers it up very well.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, and I feel like you've seen a fair number of things today.
It has been a very long day.
Maybe too many things. I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't,
I mean,
forget
a lot
has
happened in this mansion just since we arrived.
I didn't forget to answer a cell phone or tell a friend where I was going. But anyway, hi, Fadzan! How are you?
Oh, hi. Yes, I am here. Thank you for asking. Honestly, this entire night has been easier than I expected. I think lucking out on the coin lottery at the beginning has allowed me to take a bit of reprieve of my own.
Yeah, you work hard, don't you?
Oh yeah, he wanted that shield.
Yep.
For Lovisa.
For Lovisa.
I do what I can for the Edelfelts. They've been good to me for some time now, and they've been through a lot on their own right.
We know he's
a pause.
we know, or at least suspect he is the one that cast the spell with the mistletoe.
Yeah.
And then we know that the Edelfelts were there.
Yeah. This is probably something we shouldn't be talking about in the mansion, though.
No.
You got a few more details out of what happened there previously, so.
We'll probably
Lucretia did say that you could probably get with him if you need to get in touch with her, though.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll probably need to talk to him at some point to be like, hey, we need to talk to Lovisa. You have the contact. Never mind.
Well,
I don't.
Anise has a physical address where you send mail. She does not have like a more direct contact information. But then again, I don't know if the Edelfelts have phone.
Tee.
Do with that what you will.
Yeah. I don't.
Did the two of you get what you were looking for?
Yeah, we got our friend's kimono back. Or, well, we'll be getting it back.
We have the coin.
We got the coin for it.
That's good. I saw some of the outfits upstairs. They're pretty.
Yeah, do you want to see what it looks like? She just pulls out the kimono coin and shows it.
Oh, that is pretty.
It's that one. Shiny.
I like the blues on it. The
assumption
Edelfelts also enjoy their blues, so I see quite a bit of it. Cut to picture of Luvia if I had one handy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do like it.
Would Luvia still be at Clock Tower?
Maybe.
I mean, in the meta, yes.
Okay.
Like, at this point in time, we are in normal type moon canon. We're in the area between the end of the main Fate Stay Night storyline. We're technically parallel to about what Hollow Ataraxia is. But Hollow Ataraxia is not happening in this world because Fuyuki done blowed up. So don't worry about that. But yeah, we're in the time frame. Like, if you're thinking of UBW, we're on our way to the epilogue episode where you can see Luvia and Clock Tower. So like, she's there, and because Luvia shows up in El Malloy Case Files, which is also set a little bit around the time of the Grail War, just a little bit before, that's when she arrives. So by choosing which of the canons I accept and which ones I don't, she would be at Clock Tower.
Which means waivers at Clock Tower.
True.
Yes. Absolutely.
Stock waiver. It's
Waiver is at Clock Tower from like a few months after 0 on. So, but by this point in time, he would be a teacher.
Hey. Well, I'm sure we'll catch up with you later. I don't even remember what we were talking about because we went on a tangent.
It's okay.
But yeah, yeah, you get more rest, and we'll see you later. I know Anise knows where you live. Probably.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna awkwardly shuffle away now.
No problem. It's late. I think those of us who sleep are tired, and those of us who don't sleep have gotten sleep, and that's terrifying. And we should be good to all get some nice rest at the end of this.
I certainly plan on it. If I don't see you before the end of the night, obviously pass on my respects to Lavisa.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she called on you soon. She's got some projects moving at the moment, and she might appreciate your services.
I had been thinking of going... I do need to go back to my shop and at the very least replenish. People that are running it for me while I'm out are not potion brewers. They're just salesmen.
Understandable. Yeah, it's a special trade that takes a lot of skill and talent, and you can't just leave someone in a recipe.
Okay. Alright. Let's go back upstairs!
Sure.
Unless do you want to talk to anybody else?
No, not really.
And as you're saying this, I'm not going to drag them back down here, but 4 of the Roombas come down the stairs again.
Ah!
And when the Roombas come down the stairs, they float over, and one of them bumps into Fidan and guides him away with a little rabbit.
Well, bye, Fidan!
I'll see all of you later, I'm sure. Get some rest, everyone. There he goes. And one of them goes over to the guy that you skillfully ignored talking to.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's nobody standing there.
What are you saying? That's impossible. Yep, Leo gets shuffled away.
We collect your manager, your stalker, and Richard, and go upstairs.
Yeah, let's do that. I've just got a whole crew now.
Did I hear that you've got a stalker? Do I need to kick into action? Is it that guy pointing at Leo as he's getting pulled away?
No,
as much as I would love to see you beat the shit out of that guy, he's not my stalker. We were talking about you. It's fine.
It was merely a joke. Sorry.
And yeah, Ennis was just making a joke.
I don't quite get the joke, but I appreciate comedy, so I'm gonna assume it was funny.
Yeah.
So honestly, Johnny, if there is a stalker, I'll be right there with you, beating the stalker to death. If I catch.
It's important to send a message.
It really is.
Did I just get bodyguards? I think I just got bodyguards. Well,
comes with the
admittedly, I think I would probably sleep a little better with you having bodyguards. Not because I think you need them, but just because I think that push comes to shove, you're less likely to get treated like a child, which is offensive as hell.
It is. And Jameson, why aren't all humans like you? You know the difference between humans and halflings.
Well, I mean, if you recall, not all humans are capable of keeping up with you either.
I mean, that's also... Jameson, are you secretly a phantasmal and you just haven't told me this whole time? She says, just like putting her hands on her hips and like narrowing her eyes in a very joking way.
It would probably be quite beneficial to have a longer lifespan, but no, I'm afraid not. Hell, I would settle for being able to see in the fucking dark.
You know what? Same though.
It is quite nice.
Ugh. So jealous. Alright, guys. Let's head upstairs.
Okay.
Yes.
So we can go get our stuff and go sleep.
All right.
I'm quite looking forward to sleeping in
We
the
can
hotel
finally
bed that
abandon the bottom map.
Yeah, Annis wouldn't know what the bed feels like yet because she hasn't slept in it.
Looking forward to finding out.
Yeah, you wouldn't know what it feels like.
I feel like I might have wandered in on something.
It's not important.
Don't worry about it. Annis just doesn't know how to stay put.
I can respect that. I'm a wanderer myself.
Yes.
Yeah, you wondered, all right. You wondered a little. On that note.
Yep. At that point, Edmund just sort of rolls his eyes.
Oh, I thought we were like walking and talking. Oh,
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
You are. I'm just dragging everyone who's still active off of that map so I don't have to go back to it again.
Whoosh!
You.
So now you are on the middle floor.
Huzzah.
Hooray!
And on the middle floor, as you get up the stairs, you see two of the other Roombas. And these Roombas are guiding some more people that have one coin up the stairs. Namely...
Did anyone but us end up with more than one coin?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Lucretia has 2 coins now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
All right, so these two are also getting corralled upwards.
Oh.
And in the interest of not dragging the map around a whole lot, I'm just going to drag everybody else over here.
Woohoo! It's a party.
Boop. Look at that. You're back in the area where you met most of them.
Hey.
So yeah, like you see, as the first two from downstairs are making their way up, you can once again see Lupin and Catherine at the top. Catherine is still fidgeting away at the controls of this thing as the 4 Roombas are guiding people up. She seems to be having a little bit of fun color corresponding them. And you notice that Venus, the yellow one, keeps bumping into Derek a little more than probably necessary. When you first see him rounding the corner as you come up the stairs, Hemlock is sort of sitting on his head nonchalantly. But once the bumping picks up, Hemlock flies off and goes to land next to Annis.
You can just land on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Hemlock!
Welcome back.
He went on an epic journey with me. We checked the frozen produce, and there was nothing.
The Roomba's just bumping into him constantly.
Yep, the entire time this is happening. He's trying to be dramatic as it's just shoving him forward, like one step at a time. Then we checked the inside of the dinosaur skull. Well, we tried to, but it's in a case and is also an illusion, so that didn't work so well. But she wasn't in that either. And then we checked the private rooms again just in case, and no one was using them. And then after that, we went back and we checked the bathrooms, scenes of the crime. They were also empty. And oh, there she is. I found her. She's right here. I did it. I'm a hero.
Derek, maybe you should go get your coin.
Anise is not able to not laugh. She's just like laughing.
You're right. It's finally time for me to reclaim what is mine. I trust I'll see the two of you later, on account of us staying in the same place and all of us probably needing a bit of sleep.
Quite.
Yeah, and this time you guys should actually get some sleep, maybe.
I'll have you know I got a great deal of sleep.
Uh-huh.
And as he's walking up the stairs and getting slightly out of sight, the best little spoon you've ever seen.
It's just like laughing, but she has her face in her hands.
I was taking a sip of water.
Like IRL.
IRL. And I choked on it a little bit.
For what it's worth, as he's saying all of this and getting bumped by this Roomba all the way up, the mercenary who doesn't speak English is just sort of watching all this play out, and then continues up, his hand still over like the watch thing that has his coin in it, and he just steps around this mess that's occurring and continues up.
What color Roomba is guiding him?
He has I think I gave him the green one. No, Fidana got the green one. Duh. That makes way more sense. Nope, he's got the red one. He has the Mars one.
Ah.
The color scheme sort of broke down. Mostly she just wanted the yellow one to poke Derek.
You know?
Go get your mask.
Yep, he's on his way up.
Makes sense that he's the little spoon.
I mean,
it tracks.
Yeah.
Makes sense that you're the big spoon. Also tracks.
Yeah.
Hi, Nora.
So you're the big spoon, are you?
She just slowly lowers her face back into her hands. You can even see her ears are turning red.
Oh man, Anna's, your ears are turning red. That's so cute.
No, don't be ashamed. It's important. Listen, you're a grown woman. You can do what you like. And you know what? I'm proud of you for taking charge. You took initiative. You went for something you wanted, and it looks like you got it.
Oh, she got it all right.
Your commentary is probably not helping, Penelope.
You know what, though? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm sorry, Annis. No one's ever really found the secret to getting bards to not push the issue once they've got something they find hilarious.
Sorry.
That's fair and valid.
She then sort of leans a little bit closer to Annis and says in a much lower voice, I get it, though. And then she steps back.
And this takes a second, composes herself.
Hemlock is just watching all of this play out. You can see his little masked face like poking back and forth between whoever's talking at the moment.
Finally looks over at Penelope.
Sorry, Anna.
All right. I mean, I really should have told you where I was going.
And I also shouldn't, I legitimately should not harass you about this kind of thing.
Okay. I appreciate that you were worried.
Yeah.
I would have been worried too if the situation reversed, but don't think it ever would have been.
No, God, no. I would not have. Anyway.
Good.
Oh, look! There's the Goliath lady. I'm gonna go run over here and... Yeah, hello. How are you?
Oh, hello. Yes. It is nice to see you again.
We're gonna talk to every NPC.
I mean, I was just trying to dodge the awkward situation.
I like how your last 4 conversations have ended with you being like, "Oh, this is awkward. Go talk to someone else," as if you're not learning from this.
Were you able to get everything you needed?
We managed to get the item that we were looking for. Well, I did. Obviously, when this is over, I'm going to follow the man from the association back to the place that apparently is responsible. God, I'm mixing up my voices so hard now. I'm getting tired. Ugh.
The intense version.
Like the whiplash from characters is starting to blur in my head.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. There will be less NPCs in the future. Or at least within a scene.
That's fair.
Yes, I have contacted my allies, and that we are going to try to get them to help us track down my beloved, and we will do what we can. But thank you again for your assistance in helping us recover the main reason that we are here. It will be very useful to my people to have somewhere safe to live.
Yeah, of course. You know, I hope you find your person.
I do too. Did you find what you were looking for?
I did.
That is good.
I got a little more than I bargained for too, but
That sounds par for the course when dealing with Lupin.
yeah. It is what it is, though.
And since you're up here and you can actually kind of see more of the stuff going on up the stairs than you could from the angle below, it seems like as they get up there, they're sort of put into a line, and Lupin and Crosby walk into the rooms, and you don't see people come back out. Like, they go into the, at least in the direction that you know of as the vaulted area where all the real prizes are kept, but you don't see anyone come back down. And you see Catherine is just sort of up there making awkward small talk with the other people while waiting for Lupin to come back and then take the next one back.
I wonder where there's got to be like a teleportation circle or something up there. Nobody's coming back downstairs.
That's true.
Ugh. I wonder when it's gonna be our turn. I'm getting antsy. I'm excited. Want to see this kimono in person. Instead of just seeing an illusion of it. Yeah. I'm apparently just yelling at Anise across the room.
Oh, we can assume that Anise went.
Yeah, no.
I'm not holding you the locations of your tokens.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to advance the little in-game clock 10 minutes for each time a group was taken upstairs. So
yeah,
we're at like 20 now.
I'm just looking forward to some good breakfast, lunch. I don't know.
Why not both?
Anna says 30 minutes after eating breakfast. Actually, I don't remember how much Annis ate. She might not have eaten much.
Annis and Hemlock share many.
I was gonna say, Annis had like 6 English muffins. That's a whole container of English muffins.
She's also a nervous eater.
I mean, there's plenty to be nervous about.
True.
And so as you can see them sort of getting shuffled off above, you see Catherine redirect some Roombas down And this time when the Roombas come down, they escort up Nora and your Goliath friend and Lucretia, which means they've finally hit the people that have 2.
Hey. Wait, Nora, before you leave.
Yes.
How do I get in contact with you later?
Well, I imagine that I'll see you in a week.
That's true, never mind.
Oh, but you mentioned you have a cell phone. I have one now, thanks to this one.
Oh, look at
So-
you. Catching up.
Well,
Yes, I've got one, but they stop working after a moment.
You have to charge them, Nora.
Oh, no, I know how to do that. It's just every time I find one, it seems like even if I get it charged somehow, and let me tell you, it's not easy because it turns out not all chargers are the same. But
Yeah.
even if I get it charged, it starts giving me this message, and she actually pulls out a flip phone, and it's just got a no signal on it. But also you can see like the SIM card is apparently deactivated from the little icon in the top corner.
Oh. Nora, have you ever paid your phone bill?
What's a phone bill? I just find these.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay.
They work for like a week.
Ugh.
I'm sure I'll find another one.
You know what? How about this? I will bring you one when we show up in a week.
Sure.
And I will explain how to keep it from not working.
Sounds like quite the alchemy.
No, not really.
And
But also-
like to this, you can see Lucretia snickering behind her.
but also, yes, I do know how to. Well, I don't know how to directly contact. There are ways of contacting.
Okay.
Yes.
Then, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll see you in a week then.
Sounds good.
Sherwood.
And with that, they start to disappear up the stairs. And by disappear, I mean stand in a queue up the stairs, really awkwardly. So they head up. Lucretia heads up. Nora heads up, but when Nora gets to the top, she walks over next to Catherine and she starts poking her Roomba. So really now, like, what are you made of? Tell me your secrets. This tiny device. Are you enchanted? Is there a spirit in you? Or are you haunted? How do you work?
It's not gonna talk, Nora.
Is it a plant? I can talk to those.
No, it's not a plant. It's a robot.
Is that like an animal? Because I can talk to those
No.
too.
No.
This is complicated.
We got a lot to talk about later.
Sounds like it. Catherine is just watching this play out and saying nothing. And slowly but surely, they get escorted back. You'll notice that Catherine did not send a Roomba down for the two of you, even though there's one extra one. The extra unused Roomba is just sort of floating around on standby.
Alright, shall we go upstairs?
Not to me.
Alright, let's go.
So as you start to move toward the upstairs area, you notice Kay is like, well, he's not coming back, is he? All right, I'm going to go. I'm just going to go. I don't have any directions. I don't have any coins. I'm just leaving. You guys be safe. Watch out for mind control monsters. Apparently those are a thing. I checked my pockets. None of my other bombs are missing, so you should be fine. but just keep an eye out.
Good. Yeah. All right, will you be safe too?
I will. I'm absolutely going to make a point of not getting mind controlled into blowing up any more buildings today.
Maybe find a new occupation.
I mean, I tried working in Clock Tower for a bit, but it didn't work out. So you go where the money is.
Out of curiosity, how does one go about hiring you?
Oh, it's not too hard. Unlike a lot of these people here, we actually do have phones. Well, the funny thing is that, like, you know, my partner and I do a pretty good job of hanging on to our phones. Apparently, some other people in this industry lose a phone a week.
Yeah, that's weird.
But yeah, if you're interested in hiring anyone for a job, I mean, just to be clear, like, for the most part, we take care of monsters. This thing right here is atypical, but, you know, it's honest enough work. We're not, like, gonna go around killing people or anything. That's not our deal. It's messy.
Yeah.
But if you happen to encounter any big problematic monsters, we can step in. Or if you've got some other need, like, a lot of the time we honestly just get hired to stand there and look intimidating. We actually had a job one point where we were working for, like, this gnome who, quite honestly, the gnome was more dangerous than us, but they just didn't want to deal with shit. So we stood around looking scary, and the gnome got to continue about his business.
That's fair. I don't know. Give your number to my manager. We could use you as security at a concert at some point.
You sure you're gonna need that?
Johnny, you're not my only security. It's fine.
Fair enough. Yeah, all right. Sure, here you go. And they start exchanging, like, information. Do what?
They just, like, bump.
Yep, they absolutely do. I've decided that's how we hand an item off, since they're technically 5 feet apart. Like, they bump for a second for their arms. There are times where I am tempted to make D&D tokens that just have, like, weird little noodle arms sticking out of them so that you can actually see that they're not 5 feet wide. Because, like, the tokens are these big old circles that are, like, a 5-foot diameter or whatever.
Now everyone has one of those big old bubbles.
Yeah, like, they're all walking around in hamster balls. Some American Gladiator nonsense. But... yeah, like, technically, they take up a very small amount of that space. It just represents how much they can affect things within, like, 10 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's kind of fun just to think that people just go, oh, hi. Bump. Just boop into each other like an animal.
Boop.
But yeah, so he and Jameson exchanged some information. And he... on his way out, he sees the butler and just goes, oh, man. Yeah, I guess if you're a rich guy ever needs something, don't call us. I can't stand him. And then he leaves.
Poor Derek.
Derek is a lot.
He is.
Oh, I like how the weird way the mirrors work means you can see him anyway. Anyway, he's disappearing now. He has left the building.
Poof.
I learned a lot about building maps in this one, so good experience all in all. Wait, do I understand this correctly? Is he not coming back down?
I suppose not. I'm not sure where they're going.
Huh. Well, I guess I'm gonna go get the car. Yes, that's it. I'm gonna go get the car.
Okay.
Safe travels.
Would the lot of you like a ride back? I know we're all going to the same place.
Yeah, couldn't hurt.
But we gotta go get our stuff.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, assuming that place doesn't send you to another realm or something, and you in fact are led outside somewhere, the car will be ready, at least until I get a call from someone.
That would be the longest con.
God, yeah.
He invites us here, gives us free food and stuff, and then just sends us to hell or something.
Oh God.
I don't think that Master Lupin would do that.
Oh
but
no. Well,
Now,
When
isn't
the-
it the goblins that you don't take the food from? Is he a goblin?
no, he's
no.
a human. I think, as I can tell.
Should be fine then.
Maybe he'd send us to the Fey River.
I wouldn't recommend
no!
going there.
That'd
It's
be
probably
cool.
not a good idea.
Probably not.
Oh. I think it. But anyway.
Mwah.
All right.
Out of curiosity, what does Penelope think the Fey realm looks like?
You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that she knows what.
Because, like, in Tight Moon, that's kind of like the reverse side of the world, but due to the weird way that textures work, there was, like, an entire fairy age.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on which part of Tight Moon you're looking at, all of the fairies are, like, endlessly beautiful elf people that drive you insane with their beauty. Or they're these weird glowing bug things. Because that's the worst movie of Garden of Sinners.
Yeah. Like, I think she probably imagines most of the Fae are, like, similar to Vivian.
That's fair. I mean,
And
admittedly, yeah, you've met probably the most benevolent fairy you've ever heard of. She just
True.
teaches you stuff and has conversations once a month.
True. She also probably just assumes that it's all just, like, sunshine and rainbows.
That's fair. It's just like Care-a-Lot.
Yeah.
Just like rainbow cars and fun cloud stuff.
Yeah, totally.
That's fair.
Now, Anise has never seen Digimon, obviously. But she thinks, like, they're Digimon Adventure, the weird colored trees and shit, that's
Yeah.
what she thinks their realm looks like, 100%.
I mean, that's probably closer than a lot of renditions of it. Because the Fey realm would, like, in a modern setting D&D game with a Feywild equivalent, the digital world is pretty close because you're just walking on a beach and there's a bunch of, like, phone booths.
Yeah.
Like, for no reason. And then you go, and the next area's got a giant coliseum, and then there's a bus. And it's just, like, scattered all kinds of random nonsense. That would be what it is.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Like, the fact that the digital world is essentially all the junk data that hasn't been properly cleaned up and defragged is kind of the Feywild.
Yeah.
So it works out.
Oh.
Right, so when the two of you go up there, if you're not coming back down, then I guess the two of us, like, I mean, I don't have any coins anymore, and I don't think you do, Johnny. Nope, I don't have any coins. I handed off my last one. So I guess we're gonna need... Well, I can't follow you too far. I've got a feeling that my job as your unofficial shadow is not really gonna kick in until we leave here.
Yeah, probably not.
But
And we'll see you back at the hotel.
I think we'll be there.
Cool.
Yes, we will. So the two of them are gonna disappear.
Oof.
They are walking out the door. I'm tired of moving tokens. Just so you know, Jameson
wanna
cannot
move-
teleport.
I don't know. He might be able to.
Two humans, two half-elves, a halfling, and a tiefling get into a limo.
Yeah, the most awkward moment for the driver at the front is just watching this group grow. But with all that, I'm not going to drag the token up, but Richard does walk back up after realizing he's the only one downstairs. And he goes, well, I guess I'll wait outside. I trust that you're not going to want to hang on to that item any longer than you have to anyway. So I'll be outside. I'll have some team members to pick it up.
Although you might want to... I think there's a teleportation circle upstairs or something. I'm not sure what's going on.
I don't really know either. My guess is that even if there is, this is a weird pocket texture, so it can only send you so far. Like, this entire world is the size of a mansion.
True.
So, I don't know. Maybe he's just going to do something big and flashy, because of course he would.
Of course. Well, if we don't end up back outside for some reason, did we tell? He wouldn't know where we're staying.
You got his contact.
I'll follow your manager guy if I need to.
Yeah. And then we'll rendezvous, and I'll give you the.
Sure, that works for me.
Woo.
And now he walks out the front door. And so, while you're standing here, it's really just the group of you now. You see Sister Sylvia walk across the top area up to where the line is from the security room direction. And she takes the walk down the hall as well. She doesn't really wait for Lupin to go through any pomp and circumstance. You kind of get the impression that by this point in time, Lupin is given whatever flowery speech he was going to give enough times that even he's getting tired of it. And so she's just sort of ignoring it and walking down with the coin that you gave her with the shroud out. And as she's walking, you can see this. I'm not making a roll perception for it because it's happening pretty close to visibility. Lupin's like, and then she pulls the bone out of her bag and hands it to him. That's right. And with that, the two of them go in there, and the area above you is now empty. And that just leaves Catherine. The two of you can come up now. There's not much of a point in sending the robots.
I demand to be guided by a rabbit.
Penelope's already just booking it up the stairs.
Oh, right, of course, yes. So she
fine.
sends down for Anise 3 of the Roombas. Actually, all 4 of them go down because Penelope's not waiting for one. So the blue one floats down next to Hemlock, and Hemlock hops on it, and it floats up with Hemlock. The 3 of them come down, and the green one starts nudging Anise backwards a little bit, until Anise kind of loses her footing because it's like a steady push. And as Anise steps back, she ends up sitting on the other 2 positioned under her. Essentially 1 for each cheek, and they all lift her up and float her up the stairs.
Oh. Well, isn't this nice?
Oh my gosh, you can fly.
I mean...
Man,
the one that pushed you back floats down under your feet, and you kind of have a weird little recliner thing going on. Hemlock, on the other hand, looks regal as hell. Just floating around on his own little Roomba.
Suppose not all technology is bad.
Exactly.
Like with any tool, it just depends on who's wielding it. How they're using it.
And with that, I will finally drag you up to the top of the map.
Eventually I will rest.
Boop.
Oh, shall
Tired of the birds, Shelly.
Okay. So you are all upstairs now.
Hooray.
Finally. And the sea of Roombas are now floating around again. Cool.
That was quite fun.
And Lupin comes back out, and Crosby walks back out with him, because apparently Crosby has to walk back with Lupin each time, too. Oh, I'm really earning this. Okay. Oh, good. You guys are the only ones left. Well, we're finally wrapping this up. That's good. Wait. Oh, shit. You got a lot of coins, don't you?
Well, I mean, I have less coins than Anise.
I did not intend to collect this many. It just happened.
No, it's fair. It was going to happen the same either way. Cool. And you can see that Crosby has in his right hand something that looks kind of like a little Pez dispenser. But on the end of it, instead of like a head or something, it's just a very large pearl. All right, well, we'll just have to see how this goes. Oh wait, he's gonna want to do his speech one last time. Hold on, let's hear him ham it up. That's what he does. And Lupin walks back, and when he does, seeing that you lot are the only ones left, he goes, "Okay, got one more in me, but we're gonna go back together, so I don't have to do it again because there's a lot of you." Hello, everyone, and welcome to the top floor. You did it. You've accomplished everything that you set out to do. Good job, everyone. High five. You did it. We're all around. We're almost done. I'm super tired. I'm going into retirement. It's time to give you the prizes you've earned so well. I appreciate your contributions and also the fact that you did not murder, maim, kill, dismember, or otherwise violate the rules. You also didn't successfully steal any of my things. Glares at Catherine, continues on. And as such, you are entitled to the prizes for all of the coins you have left. And as an added service for your good, spirited everything and whatnot, even though I don't know what all of these items do, I have enlisted the help of our good friend, the Bone Settler here, to identify each of your items so that you know what you have and know the full scope of what you've won. I am so generous. Thank you for visiting. Let's go. And Catherine, you can come too. You've been wonderful. I'm happy to have you here, but there's no one else for you to corral, so you might as well learn this part of the job anyway. Great. Wonderful. This is exactly what I wanted to do. And with that, he is leading all of you over to the rooms you've now busted into a few times. I'm going to leave the robots out here. Just assume they're floating around above you like the NPCs they are. Okay. Open doors. Lupin's gonna lead you inside. Crosby's gonna follow you over. If he can navigate this, he did. Hooray. All these NPCs. Good times. Alright, so I think it would probably be best if we start with Penelope, because by my eye count, you've got the fewest coins.
Yeah, I think I have 4. Yeah, I have.
Great. All right. Let's see. Let's pick a coin. Which of them do you want to go through first?
This one. And chills up the kimono coin.
Very good. All right. And you can see him sort of fidgeting away with like a little tablet that he has, referencing each of the different rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Kimono. Which one of these has a kimono? Lupin seems to actually be pretty comfortable with technology. Oh, how convenient. It's this one. Opens a door.
Hooray!
Right, and so now I'm going to open up the inventory.
And now I'm in the vault.
Now you're in the vault. So yeah, you walk in, and in the vault, you find waiting for you a beautiful kimono.
Hooray!
Bam! You've seen that before, but it's real this time.
Yes. Pick it up.
Yep, it is up on a pretty stand in here, just like it was downstairs, but it's for real. And now that you're seeing it in real life, you can see that even though the lighting in here isn't the best, it's still shimmering like it's under a beautiful moonlight. It shimmers the way that water shimmers at night. It's a very different lighting experience than you would ever expect to see in clothing. But you have seen a little bit of this in Kwaku before, although this is much more refined than what Kwaku's made. Like,
this is pretty.
You're getting the impression that Kwaku is very good at what he does, but has literally not been doing this for hundreds of years, so it's not quite up to this impossibly beautiful standard. And I'm going to add an item to your inventory and take away your coin.
Yay.
Hooray. Kimono coin, go away. Whoop. Delete item. Goodbye, coin. You now have an item. And
Woo.
so as you're looking at it, Crosby walks in and he takes his little Pez dispenser looking pearl thing and he pokes it and he's casting a spell in front of you. Okay, so I have now identified this for you. Oh man, I've done this a lot in the last hour. But okay. Yeah. So this here is what you call a Jorogumo kimono. It is made out of apparently some cool divine spider silk of some kind. It's really pretty. Doesn't seem to have any super special properties beyond just being really pretty, and it's kind of heavy to hold, but I get the impression just from analyzing it that it would be near weightless if you were to wear it. It's up to you if you're down for the, cultural significance of the item that you found. I think it's for your friend, the bone or the code spinner. I'm the bone settler. I am really tired. Yes, it is for your friend. I'm sure he really appreciates this. You did good by him. So here you go. Enjoy.
Yay, thank you.
And in your inventory, it is identified, so you can actually read the full description of it.
Yep.
Fun times. Okay, so in the interest of continuing on, I will be doing this in every room, so have at.
Cool.
All right, what is your next item?
This one shields up the crest coin.
Oh, that's a fun one. Yep, it's over here. And he leads you this away. Alright, let me include Penelope in party vision. Because apparently Merlin loses sight of you every time because you're so sneaky. Bam. Penelope. Cool. Opened. Open. There you go. Yeah, there's not going to be items in these, but if you're having fun running in, by all means. Like, there's a bunch of invisible things on my end, but...
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a bit more complicated to identify because it's a mage crest. So, like... I'm going to try, and we'll see how much information I can get out of it.
Cool.
And so he once again pokes it with his little Pez pearl.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know this one. Hold on. I didn't even need to do that. I remember this thing. I actually was one of the people involved in it some time ago. So about, I don't know, like a few decades ago maybe. It was the 20th century. Good times, not really that great, but I was there. So there was this mage guy off in the Pacific who was experimenting with some weird special, seeking the root kind of stuff. I think he was trying to turn himself into some kind of dead apostle. It was weird. But, that's a bit ambitious by my take. But no, like his family crest, we recovered it because, when you fuck around, then it gets decided that you're problematic. He accidentally zombied or vampired or whatever up a whole island. Bunch of people died. Real bad. Super tragedy. Real shame. But anyway, this is that family crest. It was totally stolen. Stares at Lupin. You probably shouldn't have done that.
Huh.
Anyway, yeah, this is the Nobuchika Emiya crest. So that's probably why the guy with the stick up his ass, Richard, probably wanted that back, because this is a pretty big deal. We don't do sealing designations that often. And if he gets that back, maybe they won't hunt down our host here and kill him in his sleep for doing that.
Anise is not there.
I mean, you were welcome to come in and follow. They weren't stopping you, just in case you want to be.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Out of character, I am very silently screaming right now.
Haha.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yep, there you go. A mostly intact crest. Like a bit of it was taken out. I think it was given to the guy's kid or something. I don't know. It was weird. But here you go. I guess maybe don't try to put it on yourself. Your body would probably reject it like an organ, and then you would get super sick, and it would be ruined, and then the Mages Association would be super pissed.
Yeah, and I'm good. Is there? Can I? Is it in like a box or something?
Yeah, it's in a case. It's in like a glass frame case.
Yeah, I don't plan on using this.
Probably wise. I mean, time magic's pretty cool, but it pushes it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get you that here item. Doop. Did that fall in your list? I really wish this had some kind of order. I don't see it, so let's do that again.
Yeah, I don't see it.
There it is.
Fuck.
But yeah, like from checking it, it's got some pretty heavy-duty Magecraft stuff in there. Let's see. And he's sort of spending a little more time on this one now that he's trying to fidget his way through to see what its full deal is, because he doesn't get a lot of chances to play with these. Let's see here. What do they have stored up out of this, out of all those generations of knowledge? All right, so one of them's missing, obviously. Like, that chunk is gone. But it's got... Well, that's some good ones. Yeah, so whoever decides that, they're willing to take on the Mages Association to, have this crest in them, assuming they survive it, would be gaining the spells for Gift of Alacrity, which is a cool go-fasty thing. Alter Self, which I think you're probably familiar with on account of your height. And Private Sanctum. That's pretty cool. Neat stuff. I can see why that guy decided that this was a thing. If I had to guess from the leftover pieces here, the spell that was cut out of it is probably Haste. Seems about right. Got little bits of it here and there. And in the weird meta sense, if you were wondering how this works mechanically, you actually would just gain these spells as daily spells that don't use spell slots.
Huh.
So, super powerful. Way above your weight class. You get a 4th level spell early. That'd be cool. But that's meta, and you don't understand that, so don't worry about it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Crosby.
Mage crests are cool.
Yep.
So that is now in your inventory. You can hand that off. But yeah, it's like in this... it's sandwiched together in essentially like 2 sheets of glass, almost like those weird trophies that you occasionally see.
Yeah.
Like it's just wafered in the middle of it. It does glow a little bit, though.
Cool.
Neat. Yes, it's wonderful. You've got someone's entire family legacy in your pocket. Let's see what else. Continuing down the Penelope list, you've got 2 items left.
The fiddle coin and the bust coin.
All right, let's see which one of those is closer. Oh, look. How convenient. Boop. That was convenient.
Yeah, wow.
All right. So, yeah, sitting in this room on a nice little pedestal is, in fact, a fiddle made of gold.
Oh.
And as you see it, you remember downstairs when you saw, like, the illusion of it, and you kind of wanted it.
Yeah.
And now that you're looking at the real one, like, you kind of want it. It's
I do.
really cool looking.
Oh, shit. Well, taking it.
Okay, so as you go to reach out for it, the first thing you notice is that it's effing heavy. Like, This is
Oh.
legitimately a fiddle made of gold, which means it's about 30 pounds.
Good grief.
I looked up how heavy that is because nerds already did this for me. An actual fiddle made of gold is about 30 pounds.
Wow.
Thanks, nerds. Okay, so let's see how this thing works. Oh, there's a lot of cool shit happening with this one. Damn. No wonder there was a music fight over it. So first of all, when you decide that you want to use this thing, you gotta tune it because otherwise it's gonna be too heavy to carry. Looks like it'll get a bit lighter if you tune it, so that's up to you. This is absolutely some Devil Went Down to Georgia shit, as you know, is obvious, but had to clarify. Yeah, so this thing with its bowstring, if you notice right here how the bowstring it made this weird hair rather than like, you know, more normal hair. I mean, you're a bard, you know.
Yeah.
This is the hair of a nightmare, like those fire horse things.
Oh, fun.
So like when you're playing music with this, it will actually light on fire.
Ooh.
Which is pretty cool. Like, if we were in some kind of mechanical system where this would matter, it would be a light source that goes for 10 feet and then another 10 feet of dim light. That'd be pretty neat if that were a thing that made sense in universe. But also, the more interesting thing about this thing is that it inspires people to want it. And it also brings out the competitive nature of the person playing and the person they challenge. Because once a day, you can straight up challenge somebody to a duel of some kind of contest. And then you name what you want of theirs. And they get to name something they want of yours. And the winner gets the thing.
Huh.
You can name the contest. So that's cool. It has to be a contest that they feel like they have some chance of winning. But they could absolutely get in over their head. You kind of got to build up their confidence a little bit or it won't work. You have to give them a feeling that they could win. And if they think they have a chance at winning, then they're probably going to have to accept it. In the meta sense, it's going to be a wisdom saving throw versus your spell save DC as a charisma caster. You know, real life. Immersion. But you can challenge them. And like while they're challenging you to a duel, like both of you have to commit. You're going to have a hard time doing anything but finishing the duel. So, you know, if you want to challenge some guy on the street for his sandwich and you're willing to put up your own sandwich, you could do it. If you want to go for something big, you have to risk something big, so be careful with that. So that's pretty neat. And obviously, like I said, my understanding as someone who also plays instruments, though not to your level, is that if you are playing this, it has a really cool bass sound, even though it's not a guitar.
Huh. Neat.
Seems cool. Here you go. It's going to be kind of heavy, though. Thud.
Yeah. This is heavy.
Yep, you are definitely dealing with weight here. All right, did that one add to your inventory? I put it near the top, yeah. 30 pounds. Bam.
Woof.
Pushing that Penelope carry capacity. All right, so we got that. And that just leaves the bust. Of course, it's all the way over here. Come on. Do, 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 do. I'm saying do, 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 do. That's in character.
I mean, that checks out.
Do, 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 do. All right, here we go. Let's just get all the mileage we can out of this spell, I guess. Oof. This is where all my slots are going. Okay, so open this here door. Oh, look, it's a head
Ah.
of Hermes. Doing this Hermes thing. Oh, weird. You lose all sight in there. I must have messed up that line. Whatever. All right, let's see how this thing here works. Bust O Hermes. You know Hermes, the mythology guy. Oh, this thing's kind of heavy too. Here, have a rock. Yeah, so this is that thing that Mr. Lupin here used to send you all that mail that led to all this adventure. It seems like you can essentially give it a letter and go to sleep. And when you wake up, the letter will be delivered to anywhere in the world.
Ooh.
So
Sweet.
maybe don't send junk mail, but if you wanted to, you could.
I could.
It seems to be capable of actually getting mail past bounded fields, which I'm sure pisses off a lot of people, so have fun with that.
Ooh.
Or you could use it if you want to orchestrate a giant over-the-top adventure for a whole bunch of strangers in your home. Because you don't actually need to know where someone is or who they are. You just have to give it a condition and it'll use its judgment. Kind of worries me that this stonehead has judgment, but you know what? I didn't make it.
Hey, this solves my problem of needing contact info for people.
It sure does.
Oh, fuck.
But hey, now you've got all you need to run your own little contest if you feel the need, or maybe just send people a "how's it going" message.
Oh, trust me, I'm going to use it.
Okay, well, if you're sending me mail personally, understand that I like to sleep late. So
Okay.
it might be a while before I notice it, and maybe give me a phone number or something, because I don't think we can send anything back.
Okay, so I'll send you pictures of cats.
Are they cute cats?
Yes.
Okay, that is acceptable then.
Cool.
All right, so
Thank you.
is that it for all your coin stuff?
Yep, that's it for me.
All right. You might want to wait a second, because I know all the things that are left, and Lupin here is pretty tired and not really explaining things as well. But like, you're probably gonna want your friend with all those bags to help you lug some of this stuff out.
Yeah.
And
He's
like,
got a bag
the
of-
door is open, and you can see like Hemlock just sort of sitting on the little camera thing out there. And the poor camera thing is not doing well with Hemlock's weight. It's just sort of pointing low.
Hi, buddy.
Hemlock seems fine. It's perched up there.
My turn already.
Yep. We already got all my stuff. It's all heavy.
Hello and
I'm gonna-
welcome. I suppose this would make you one of the grand winners of the night. I think you have the most items, and quite honestly, you secured more than I think anyone could have without actually stealing. It's a good job. Guess
Like I said, I didn't set out to get the most items. What happened?
you played the game better than most. All right, so I suppose we should go down the list.
Right, Anise, while you're doing that, I'm gonna sit right here because this stuff quite.
Oh yes, we should be able to put that in the bag of holding. In
Yeah.
fact, I'll just hand over the bag of holding.
Thank you. Putting it in the bag of holding.
These are real items, so you can. You're
Oh,
no
that's
longer
right.
dealing with fake coins. These are things that exist and can be put in the bag.
That's right. Oh god. Okay, I'm
See.
trying to remember how to do that. It's the party sheet, right? No.
You could put them on there for right now if you want to, because technically the bag is in Anis's inventory.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But if you just want to put them there for now, you can.
Okay.
Well, ironically, the bag coin is the first one I have in my inventory.
Alphabet, go. All right, let me see where that is. I'm kind of glad I pinned these things. Like, I had to do it before to know specifically which one Jimmy was drilling into. As you could see, he ended up in the room right next to the Emia crest.
Wow.
So that would have been a mess. Let's just have a super fast drunk. All right. Ah, of course, here it is. End of the hallway. There you are. And in this room, there are 2 bags.
In this room?
Yep. They are set on side-by-side pedestals. Oh, okay, yeah, this seems like a thing. Hoping this is a twofer. And he pokes them with his little identify stick. He goes, Oh, that's cute. That's different. I haven't seen that before. All right, so these look the same, but they're not. They look like bags of holding, you know, standard issue, cool thing that everybody likes and uses all the time, but they're not. This one here, and he points to the first one. Well, it might be easier to show you. So check this out, and he like opens it up in front of you, and then he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a bagel. Yeah, I grabbed this from downstairs because I knew it was going to be a morning. Watch this, and he drops it in the bag. And then he holds. Go ahead, look in it. Check out the inside.
Okay.
And you look inside, and it's empty. Like when you pick it up to do that, you also notice that it's actually just the weight of like a normal bag. Like bags of holding are actually heavier than normal bags. Yeah, weird, right? Now check out this one, and he points you to the other bag, and when you look inside the other bag, you can see the bagel.
Oh.
Yeah, it's weird.
Does it work in reverse?
No, it's essentially this one's a bag of sending and that one's a bag of receiving. So you can toss things in this one and they show up in that one, but that one still has the capacity of a bag of holding. Like someone essentially just did a bag of holding with two bags and one got one half, one got the other. So
interesting.
You can drop things in one and they'll pop out of the other one.
Want your bagel back?
Yes. And he reaches in and gets it. Never know.
Cool. I take both of the bags.
You do. All right, let's open up your inventory so I can just have that handy for dropping items in. I'm going to identify your items. Because otherwise they're going to both say bag of holding ? That's not useful. But yeah, for the purposes of tracking things, you might as well just mark things in the bag of receiving.
Okay.
Because that is essentially a bag of holding. It's just the entrance is in a different bag.
Smart.
Which has some fun utility in a two-person party. All right, then. Let's see what else you've got.
Next item in my inventory is black card coin.
Okay. This way. This one was interesting. Don't tell Catherine, but I swiped this one from Atlas too.
Yeah.
I don't think she noticed because she doesn't know it's here. Like it's downstairs, but I think she thinks it's something else. But anyway, I like how I'm opening these doors even though there's nothing to see inside.
Look, an empty room.
Hooray. Yeah, so in this room there's, in fact, a tiny little stand like a museum placard that just has a black card on it. All right, let's see what this... Oh, that's neat. Cool. Yeah, so the name of this thing is apparently an ersatz card. It is made out of... Oh, yep, that's it. It is made out of a mimic. And like a piece of a mimic, like a dead mimic, they cut a chunk off of it that still retains those properties. So the way this thing works is, and like this card is like completely black and about the size of a credit card. So you can tap this on something else, another card type thing that size, and it will turn into a copy of it until you tap it on something else. So tap it on somebody's credit card, and now you have their credit card. Tap it on an ID, you now have that ID. Driver's license, library card, whatever. Seems to copy them all.
Time to go eat the rich.
So that's cool.
Time to go track down Jeffrey Bezos.
I don't think he's worth as much yet. He's still worth a lot, but...
No, yeah, back then it would have been a...
It was still a bookstore.
Yeah.
A very successful bookstore. I had an Amazon account at the time. I bought a book. I bought a manga. That was the first thing I bought on Amazon, was actually a manga.
Huh. First thing I bought was a textbook for college.
That makes sense. The Eternal Racket. That is the college textbook.
What? So, like, time to go find Bill Gates. I don't know who was fucking rich back then. There weren't iPods or anything yet either.
iPods had just come out.
Just come out.
But yeah, you could technically find living Steve Jobs if you really wanted to. Yes, I actually rather enjoyed this one. It's amazing how far you can get in the world of modern technology if you just flash a card that says what it needs to say. The trick is getting close to the original, but you know what? People hand those things out all the time. Just pretend you're a waiter at a restaurant and you can get all kinds of things.
I take a card.
All right.
From the bag of sending, just because I can.
Yep, it appears in the bag of receiving.
Excellent. Ding.
All right, next up on your list.
Oh, the bone.
The bone.
Bone!
Oh, well, in that case, he just pulls it out of his pocket since he just took it. Right. I guess this is a more direct one. Do you want to give this thing a scan? Sure. Okay, I can't tell what this is. It's too old. Too big. It's bigger than me. I can't seem to figure it out. That's weird. Enjoy your bone, I guess.
I have a pretty good idea of what to.
It's too bad. I was hoping to find out what it was, too. Oh, well. Mysteries are fun.
Envelope coin.
You got
And
jawbone of a donkey.
I have the envelope and I have the mirror. I guess I'll do the mirrors next. The envelope seems like the last.
All right, there you go. It's just listed as a large bone because I forgot to identify it first. Hold on.
Big old bone.
Big old bone. Okay, so I don't know exactly what its deal is, but this thing is pretty significant. So, like, be careful if you decide to hit anybody with it. I think it'll mess them up in ways they don't understand. All right, is that identified now that I've identified it? Nope. Now it's identified. And we'll explain what that means later, should you be looking at it.
Put the bone in the sending.
It appears in the receiving bag.
You're having too much fun with that.
I like that as an item.
Where'd you go, buddy?
All the way to the top. You get the mirrors, right?
Yep.
Okay, well.
That's how I ended up with them. I know Jameson had them for a while. Yeah.
He handed them off to you because he didn't feel safe carrying a coin.
Right.
And then he just something like put it in the castle.
Okay,
Yeah,
so looking into here, you can see that there are two mirrors, but they're set up back to back. Like downstairs, they were side by side, but here they're back to back. And you can see walking around them, like Crosby sort of does a lap, and you can see his reflection in one of them, and then as he walks around to the other side of it, he steps into the view again, and it becomes pretty clear that one mirror shows its own reflection and the other one shows the first mirror's reflection. That's pretty cool. Let's see how far this goes. And he identifies it. Yeah. Oh, wow. The map is completely screwed up. Sorry, people watching on the internet. The line of sight gets really weird in here. Okay, so these here, apparently they're called show and tell mirrors. That's kind of cute. But yeah, apparently these things can be separated, and one of them will always show what the other one does anywhere. Period. Like, distance doesn't seem to matter.
About how big are they?
They are 30 inches by 36 inches.
Big.
And heavy as hell. Like, each of these mirrors is about 20 pounds.
Whew.
So they add up to 40. These are bigger than are going to likely fit easily into your bag. So these are heavy things that you're going to have to lug around.
All out of giant strength potion. Alright. Actually, do I have like a... Is that like a strength check, or do I have like a...
You're not beyond your carrying capacity yet.
Okay.
You're not going to be running at full speed, but you can do it. Because your strength is actually pretty decent even at base, isn't it?
Yeah, +1.
Okay, so your strength score is 13.
Mm-hmm.
So 13 times 15 is your carry capacity.
Oh, okay.
So you're pretty up there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, D&D is actually pretty generous with how much you can carry before it slows you down. At least 5th edition. Like, the older editions were ridiculous because, like, your low-end carry capacity sucked, but your high-end was stupid because your stats could get to, like, the 30s.
Dennis will pick the mirrors up.
Yep, just sort of lugging them around under your arms.
Lugging them around. The last one is the envelope coin.
Of course. And rather than taking you to a vault, he literally pulls the envelope out of his pocket.
That's what I figured.
And he hands it over to you.
Nothing magical about this, right?
Well, it'll get to me whenever you decide to fill it out. It's the one last bit of magic that I siphoned off from the statue that I suppose your friend could also send it that way, but essentially when you open the envelope, the letter inside will find its way to me, and I will know where you are, and I will show up and help you with the deal.
Well.
And you are welcome to take a look at this item because I'm entertained by it.
Well, I look forward to working with you.
I do hope you find something worthwhile to steal. Like I said, jelly donuts are probably not going to cut it. I mean, I'll do it if that's what you want, but if it's going to be my last job, I want it to be big.
Says he was almost out of the game. Party was done. The people went home and he went off to a comfortable life of rest and relaxation. But for how long? You son of a bitch, I'm in. What's the job? That's literally what it says.
Oh my god.
It's called One Last Job.
Oh my god.
Okay, I think that's all of your coins.
Bag of sending.
What was that?
She puts it in the bag of sending. It appears in the bag of receiving.
Sure does.
So the bag of receiving is heavy like an actual bag of holding.
Yes, it's closer to like the 25 or 15 or whatever pounds a normal bag is.
Gotcha. So Annis will be carrying
15,
that
yeah.
one. She might give the bag of sending to...
The bag of sending only weighs 1 pound. It's way
Yeah.
lighter because nothing is in it. It's always empty.
Hey.
All right, well, and she's just like got the mirrors under her arms and is just trying real hard not to show that it's weighing her down. Like, suppose it's time to leave.
Yep.
All right.
Did
Well,
everything?
I've got a
That's
little
it.
bit of business left on my end. If you think you have it bad, poor Crosby here has a giant skull to lug around. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. We're going to figure something out.
You know, you signed up for this, buddy.
I did. I know.
Did Catherine get her pen?
Oh, she's definitely getting the pin. She actually has 2 items. She's got a pin and she's got a wand that I believe you gifted her.
Yep. That I did.
So I'm going to sort that out with her now because we've got a bit of a work-study situation going on. You know how it is.
Work study situation.
I'm sure she'll fill you in on it if she feels the need. But
Catherine, what are you doing?
are you asking her now?
Yes.
Directly?
Yes.
Oh, well. So you know how my goal was to get in here and to steal from Lupin VII so that I could one-up him once and for all?
Yeah?
It turns out that was the fucking point.
What?
Yeah, this jackass over here, the whole thing was to see who would try to steal from him. It was me.
Oh no.
This whole thing was a fiasco to see who had the ambition to steal from a thief. And you know what that means?
What does that mean?
By apparently the rule of Lupin inheritance, I am now Arsène Lupin VIII.
I fucking called it! Well,
So, by the transitive property of Lupin, apparently I am next in line to be a super thief.
That means you get a sweet mansion, right?
I think so. Hey, Lupin, this thing disappears, right? Sure does. Fuck.
Oh no.
I get a good deal out of this, right? Yes, you do. You in fact get the best deal. I would say you get the best deal out of all of them. And you're the reason that I had to get Crosby here to make it work. Yep, that's the thing. That's what I get to do for the next several months, which is why you're going to help me with this damn skull. Because I can't carry that.
Out of curiosity, what were you going to do if no one tried to steal from you? Just let the Lupin line die?
Pretty much, yeah.
Huh.
You see, I've got this, and he sort of pulls his arm back, and you see a fancy crest similar to the one that you've seen on other older mages, or like the one that's in your bag now.
Hey.
The fun thing about family crests is that they don't actually have to be passed down to family, but they do have to be passed down to a mage who is sufficiently sympathetic to the mage craft that it can be transferred. And so each Lupin finds the successor and hands it off, and then another Lupin is made. But you can't do it if someone doesn't match the ambition of a thief. So if no one at this event tried to steal from me, no one at this event overcame my security, no one at this event directly bucked the church in every way she could to pull off some shenanigans, then there would be no one who could inherit it, and it would die with me. But as it happens, someone who's here specifically because she stole from the wrong people and got in over her head, as all good Lupins do, I have a successor now. And over the course of the next several months, Miss Lupin VIII here will have the wonderful experience of inheriting this crest. My sympathies for the pain, I've been there. May you enjoy all the power it brings you and steal things worthy of our name.
So we could enlist the help of two Lupin
We could.
if we needed to.
Oh, I would do it anyway, just to be clear.
That's true.
And that's why you get the crest, yes. Oh yeah, don't mind me. I just get to figure out a way to transfer something off of your body and onto her body without killing either of you. I mean, it's my job, but still. This is going to take a while.
Okay, well, don't kill Catherine. She's cool.
I mean, if I kill her, I'll bring her back.
I mean, don't kill Lupin either, but...
I'm not killing anyone. It's not my thing. I work after that. Everybody assumes necromancers are about killing, but, like, we literally do the opposite.
I mean, I didn't say that. I'm just saying, please do not kill my friend. Thank you.
Oh, no worries there. I'm good at what I do. It's just not something I get to do often. Like, I'm doing this because I'm capable of transferring a crest from one person to another one, and also, I'm not a narc. Because everybody who does this in the clock tower's got to write it down somewhere. And not much of a Lupin if everybody knows who you are, now are you?
I mean, but now you've got like 3 people who know who you are. 4 people. I can't count.
Well, she's the one who decided to tell you, so you know what? That's on her.
True.
Lupins always have accomplices. They just don't always get seen. Very much so.
True.
Hey, do you guys want to do crime?
Depends on the crime.
I mean, I'm going to have to break this in eventually.
You know what? Get back to me on that.
All right, well, I mean, happy to help in whatever capacity. What generation? Like 8th, right? So there's like 7 generations of magecraft in this thing. Yes, actually. Shit. All right then. Well, this is working out pretty great for me on account of I don't have a crest. Didn't inherit shit from my family, so you know what? Moving on up, I guess.
Well, hey, when you
what spells do I get? Just tell me now. Like, what do I get? What do I get? What do I get? Come on. And he sort of leans over and whispers some shit in her ear that you can't hear. It's really, really low. You could try to roll perception if you want to eavesdrop, by all means. But he's trying to be quiet about this.
Eavesdropping.
I don't hear shit.
Nope.
That's okay. Anise wasn't really trying to eavesdrop.
Hello, I have a 16 there.
Okay, with the 16, you can hear a few things. You can't hear all of it because he gets more and more quiet as he goes on and as she makes more noise back at it. Let me pull that crest up because it's a big one. It's better than the Emia crest, in my opinion. I think I actually have it as... Let me see. So many different notes. I have so many notes. Finding notes that I wrote like a year ago. Yeah, if one of you had been like a rogue and decided you were getting in on this, you could have totally gotten a crest. It's probably better that it's on her, but like it fits her character pretty well. But it's a lot of magecraft to get at this level. Why can't I find you? I have so many notes. Okay, that's not the note I was looking for, but I'm required to remind you that we have decided that canonically Hither Saxcoat exists. I forgot. But Hither Saxcoat will exist at some point in the future.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that.
Good times. Ooh. Where is your thing, Lupin? Is it in your character sheet? Lupin, get your notes out here. Get your act together. I swear his token is the weirdest token. It doesn't seem to exist on the list. Alright, Lupin, what you got, buddy? Because there's a spell for every generation of increasing levels.
Oh, good grief.
So she is now going to have access to up to level 7 spells. Which, at her level, is stupid.
Whew.
Alright, well, I'll just find the list for you later. Because I can't find it right now, and I don't want to say something and then be wrong.
Yeah.
But suffice it to say, you do overhear near the end, before she loses her shit, and she just goes, "Magnificent mansion!" I thought that was the obvious one. Yeah, but I didn't think I'd get it. So I just get to, like, make a house? Oh my god, it's my generation's dream. And it's full of ghosts that feed me? Oh man, I'm gonna get so fat. Well, I found my escapism.
What?
Anyway, yeah, so we've got to learn how to do that. So this thing's about to pop, isn't it? Because, yeah, like, after all of the walking around and identifying stuff, like, the two of you took up as much time as, like, all the rest of them put together. Right, so this thing's going to turn into a pumpkin. The church people seem to be fanning out now that they got the thing that they wanted. Yeah, I couldn't really tell them what their shroud was about either, truth be told. But they seemed happy with it. Maybe they knew. I guess it was theirs. They probably knew. Well, we're going to hang out back here for a minute, and we're going to figure out what we're going to do with this skull. On account of it's a giant dinosaur skull. Look, you're the one who wanted it. Yeah, I know. I don't suppose you have like a tarp of holding anybody. No? Didn't think so. No. Okay. Alright, well, we'll figure it out. But this thing's about to disappear. And when it does, everything inside's going to get spit out the front door. So, per the conditions that I did with literally everybody else, I guess I'll give you guys that heads up too. Everybody get up and close. All right. And poof. And so Crosby touches Penelope, assuming she doesn't like duck away or whatever.
Nope.
Penelope disappears.
Ah!
Then he touches Anise, and Anise disappears. And by disappears, I mean you're both invisible now. You are free to walk out without anybody harassing you. Enjoy. I know your bird can do it on his own, so I'm going to save some of my precious little energy left for that.
Cool.
But yes, literally people have just been walking out invisible.
Huh.
We do this so nobody gets mugged.
That's good. That's fair.
Personally, I'm impressed that Derek guy didn't manage to spill the beans on it, but honestly, when he put on his stupid little mask, he seemed to think he was a ninja, and it worked out.
Oh, jeez.
To his credit, that mask is pretty cool. Like, when you're wearing it, it's hard to focus on you.
Huh. That is
I
cool.
almost couldn't actually make him invisible myself, because it's weird. Like, you know how when there's, like, 10 people in a room, you might be able to focus on, like, 6 of them?
Yeah, yeah.
He's like one of those extra ones. So, like, you just can't really see him unless you're expressly looking for him. Probably makes his sneaking around thing a lot easier.
So the mask actually did something.
Yeah, I totally thought it was just gonna be like a really shitty Party City mask the whole time.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It still looks pretty dumb. But, like, when he puts it on, like, I couldn't even tell that he had pointy ears. It's probably how he's managed to get by this long. Anyway, you guys have fun with your invisibility. Don't break too many crime laws. That's what these people over here are for.
Let's go commit all the crime.
Let's go sleep.
And by crime, I mean sleep.
That's not a crime.
Oh, wait. Okay. And I'm not even going to bother moving the token.
No, because you're going to leave the map, I assume.
Yeah. But before I do that, I'm going to be like, Catherine, I don't actually have a way to get back in contact with you. Do you have a phone?
Didn't you change phone numbers like when you met her in the bookstore?
We did.
So, yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Completely.
No, it's fine. It is late, and Penelope's had a long ass night.
Disregard.
No problem.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's go.
All right. So we're gonna ignore these maps entirely now, because the map can finally be closed. Let's close the map.
The map is closed. We're free.
The map is gone.
We solved the Magnificent Mansion puzzle.
You did. It's true, and you made it pretty late. And let's grab a picture to put up instead.
Don't know about you, but I can't wait to get into normal clothes again.
I mean, yeah. Like, I like wearing this kind of thing, and even I'm just like, I need rest. I need pajama pants. I need sweatpants.
Ugh, yes, that sounds amazing. Ugh.
All right.
Pajamas, bath.
Yeah.
Long nap.
Oh, are we outside the mansion now?
Yep. Assuming you don't take any detours, you successfully leave the mansion. And when you get outside, you can see the limo is still sitting there.
Cool. I'll sneak up to the limo.
You are still invisible.
Oh, before they leave to go back to the hotel, Penelope's gonna send it or check and see if her phone has signal.
Yeah, actually, so as soon as you step outside, your phone goes rrr.
What? Open the phone.
And you've got a message from Vivi that says, okay, I've just arrived in town. When and where would you like to meet?
She's gonna text her back and be like, she's just gonna text her the address of the hotel and the room number. Be like, this is where I'm staying. Just meet me there whenever you're ready. I just got out of this gig. Sends it to her.
Okay. About 30 seconds later, you get a reply. Do you need sleep?
Yep.
I'll see you at dinner.
Okay.
She is familiar with the bard life, and anytime you say you just got out of a gig at nearly 6 in the morning, she understands.
Hashtag bard life.
Yeah. Okay, so, yep. We're operating on the assumption that for the rules of invisibility, you can see items that you're holding, because...
Yeah.
I really hate when people try to technicality their way around that. It's stupid. Like, you're invisible to other people, but the things that you're holding when the spell is cast are still invisible. You can see them. Life is great. You successfully text and message and whatnot. But yep, the two of you are walking around invisible. You can't actually see each other. So it's up to you if you want to bump into each other a few times on the way.
I imagine the gigantic mirrors make it a little more, like, make her a little more clumsy.
Penelope is totally gonna trip over Anise at least once or twice.
Okay, but I rolled a 4.
I'm glad you didn't roll a 1 with your giant mirrors.
Definitely, like, turns and bonks Penelope with one of the mirrors and is like, oh shit, I'm so sorry.
Ow! So rude.
Do we really need to be invisible?
How do we uninvisible? I don't know how to do this. Wait, I'm saying that. I'm making sure I don't know how to do this. No, wait, I do. I know how to cast invisibility. What the fuck?
For what it's worth, about 30 seconds after you leave, you uninvisible because the being that is keeping concentration on this spell is in another plane of existence.
Oh, that's a good point.
So you got a little bit of inertia while the door was open, but once the door was closed, you both reappear after bumping into each other.
Oof.
Good, now I can finally see you.
Yeah. Ooh. Let's get the heck out of here.
Yes. Let's go.
All right, so you're lugging your stuff over to the limo. You do, in fact, see Jameson is sort of outside the limo, kind of like standing against it, checking his BlackBerry. You see Johnny is sitting in the limo, but tilting her head so that her horns don't scrape against the roof of it a little bit. You can...
Is it one that has a sunroof?
I mean, there is, but it hasn't been opened yet. She's just sort of leaning back, like this is just normal for her. You can see Richard is standing by next to the limo as well. He sees the two of you walk out with all of your bundle, and he sort of elbows Jameson, who looks up from his BlackBerry and goes, oh shit. And he runs over to take at least one of your mirrors.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, all right, here we go. That's weird. When I look into this mirror, I see, oh, never mind. And you can see the way that you're holding your mirror. He can essentially just see, like, the side of you.
Yes, the interesting weird mirrors. I don't really even want them. I don't want most of the things I got. That's the thing. Probably gonna donate that jawbone to a museum or something.
Well,
The mirrors can go in the castle. Keep in the bag. And the card.
yeah,
And the envelope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
he pops open the back where there's like a storage area for the mirrors.
Yeah, Anise gratefully shoves the mirror in.
Nice. Okay, so Anna successfully puts the mirror in there, relieves that weight. Richard is still sort of like waiting by for when Penelope gets over. Did it work out?
What?
The crest thing?
Oh, yeah. And she pulls it out and just holds it out. She's like, yeah, I got it.
Oh, cool. Can I? And he sort of like reaches out to get it.
Yeah.
You sense a small amount of hesitation in him, like he wants to make sure this actually happened. And, oh, good, thank you. You were completely true to your word.
See?
Good job, halflings. All right, well, in that case, I'm gonna get over here. And you can now see that you're further out. There are a few people with like mirror shades and whatnot nearby. They look like sort of cliche Men in Black type dudes, but you can tell that they're actually just clock tower people with Ray-Bans. Like they're trying, but they're not really pulling it off. But he gestures over to them, and they sort of run over, and they have like literally they're carrying around a physical safe. It's very heavy looking, and they put this in there. They turn a combination on it, and then they put it in the back of their car. It's like one of those sedan type things, but pretty much exactly the cliche. Like their idea of what being subtle is something they learned from movies that they probably shouldn't have been watching. Well, we're gonna head over to the Chinese food place, and you can see the Goliath lady is actually in the car, also kind of leaning slightly so that her head doesn't hit the roof, but without horns. She's pretty tall. We're going to go check that out. Then we're going to get some rest. If you want to help us out with the investigation, you're welcome to drop by after you've slept.
Yeah, of course.
I'll let them know that you're helpful and that you might be able to provide some extra input since you're the ones who found this place in the first place.
Yeah. Okay, I have a weird question before you go.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not that weird, but like, what's gonna happen to the crest?
Well, since it came from a criminal, so to speak, we're going to lock it away, maybe more securely this time. And if anyone from that line ever shows up who is a rightful inheritor of it and honestly gets on the right side of Clock Tower, they might have a chance to get it back. Usually when we take things from a sealing designation, they just get locked away for safety. Presumably something along the lines of the research that this mage was doing was considered too dangerous to let stand. I don't really know what all it can do, so...
Yeah. Okay.
But it was locked up for a reason. I'm going to assume it was a good one.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna get a move on.
Good luck with the Chinese restaurants and all that.
Yeah, thanks. Hopefully we'll have a happy ending for this story, at least as happy as we can hope for. And as he says that, you can actually see the mansion behind you is starting to fade away.
Huh.
But it's sort of because like there is a physical building there, as you recall before.
Yeah.
It's just when it hits 6 a.m., since you walked out and you had conversations now, like the front door of it, which you'd seen was mostly left open, starts to fade, and a bunch of things come flying out of it at once. Specifically, a sports car with Arsène Lupin behind the wheel, and Crosby and Catherine in the back seat, and a giant dinosaur skull tied across the top of it with a bunch of like bungee cords
Oh no.
attached to the side, because like the roof is up, and you get the impression that like this roof should never be able to support that, but there's probably some shenanigans going on to make this work. Pops right out the front, and you can see them all stuck in the back, squeezed in pretty tightly, because even with that perception check, you can also see that there's literally an untold amount of gold coins and bills and cash of all varieties, and bags with dollar signs and bags with euro signs and bags with every other currency you can think of, filling in the gap between all of them, filling this car way beyond what it should ever be able to lift. Just goes popping right out the front door as the final item spit out. And Arsène Lupin shouts over at you, "Well, everyone, it's been fun. Now it's the time to drive off into the sun. Well, rise, I suppose." And he straight up slams the gas and drives recklessly in between the limo and the sedan and off and down the road, cutting into traffic, causing some people to swerve, some horn honking, and then he goes off down the road with his companions.
Wow.
That was a thing.
Mages. I know I'm one, but still. Mages.
Yep.
Well, get some rest, sleep up, watch out for harvesters. Apparently they're bold and stupid. And with that, Richard goes and gets in the other car, and they head off much more mundanely. And you are then welcomed into the back of the car. Jameson holds the door for you. You are free to climb in.
Mm-hmm.
And sitting in the back, give me a... What does that save?
A save?
A save, yeah.
In the car?
In the car. I think it's a wisdom save, but let me confirm.
Oh no. That's one of my worst saves.
That's a bad one to be bad at.
Oh no.
Is it wisdom? Are you checking?
I'm checking just to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, do a wisdom save.
14.
Okay.
15.
It's amazing. Okay, so you get in and you sit down in the back, and
Oh wait, no, I rolled an ability check. Hang on.
Is your save bonus bigger? We're gonna go by your original roll, and we're just gonna change the number.
Okay.
I think your save is bigger than your check. Yeah, it is. Your save is +4.
Yeah.
Because you're a druid. So yeah, you're actually on a 16 then.
Yeah.
So 16 and a 15. Okay, so you get in the back seat, and you see, like I said, Johnny is sort of leaning a little awkwardly, and Jameson steps in, and you can see sitting opposite you, because it's a limo and, like, you know, two sides are seating and all that, so you can face each other. You see Derek sitting very, very still with his hands up around him like he's trying to, like, hold maximum focus. And he's wearing that stupid mask. And you can absolutely see exactly who he is and where he is, because you both hit a 14. I am one with my
Anise will sit
environment.
down next to him.
Okay, so you're sitting down immediately next to him?
Mm-hmm.
She is so beautiful, but she is unaware of my presence. Truly, I am suffering as many of my kind have before.
Derek, I can see you.
She's bluffing well. She knows I'm here somewhere, but she can't see where I am.
I can see you too, you nerd.
Anise will just reach over and pat him on his stupid head.
She is one with the universe and can see all. Truly, she is worthy of my affection.
I'm just perceptive, that's all. I'm sure to a normal person, you're just a shadow. Undetectable.
Penelope's gonna reach over and like smack Derek on the leg. I can see you.
She's also really, really perceptive.
Nope, I'm not.
Truly, as heroes of justice, you've seen through the veil of deception. Also, ow. At this point, Jameson goes, ah! How long have you been there?
Jameson, please, don't humor him.
No, Anise just fucking loses it. It's 6 a.m. She hasn't slept. She's just cackling, doubled over laughing.
Okay, and with that, I think that's probably our good stopping point, because like all anime, it ends with people laughing at something that's only kind of funny. It's how you resolve every 80s/early 90s anime.
Yeah.
And you get to go back to the hotel, and you get to meet Vivi next time.
Yay!
And see whatever else happens. You might get to go on a Chinese food adventure after sleeping and leveling up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that next level. Level 5 is cool. You get a bigger proficiency bonus. I get to recalculate all your everything.
We get bonuses, and I already know that I'm just gonna get sending.
I mean, you
and
can
harass everyone. But now I can doubly harass everyone because I've got the statue.
That's true. You
Yeah.
can harass them passively and actively.
Yeah.
You can send the note and then wait and then be like, did you get the note? Did you get the note?
Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Get it?
Get it? I sent you 20 pictures of cats. Did you get all of them?
Like, luckily, there's only a certain number of times you can cast sending per day.
Yeah, I can only do it like twice a day, I think. That's what the book said.
Level 5, sending's a third level spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you can do it twice a day. You can do it twice a day, and also, do bards get to swap their spells when they level up? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I know sorcerers do, but that's kind of sorcerer's thing.
Mm-hmm. Arcane tricksters can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I know, she's stuck with what she's got.
Additionally, when you gain a level in this class, you can choose one of the bard spells you know and replace it with another spell from the bard spell list, which you must also be of a level for which you have spell slots. So yeah.
Oh my god.
You can trade out one of your older spells for a new one, and it can also be level 3 if you want.
Oh.
Like, it doesn't have to be the level you traded out from. Just keep in mind, your number of spell slots are still the same, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could get rid of, like, a level 1 spell and replace it with a different level 1 spell or a different level 2 spell or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yep.
Heck yeah. Okay,
Like,
and
you can't swap cantrips and numbered spells, but you can swap numbered spells.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, by all means, find another thing. If there's anything you don't want to keep, you can swap it out. No problem.
Okay, so I can't swap cantrips and what?
So, you can't get rid of a cantrip to get, like, a third level spell.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you can't get rid of, like, a second level spell to get a cantrip. Because the number of cantrips you have is set.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
But the other ones you can shuffle around.
Okay, cool. Then I may have to do some research.
Oh, by all means, like, you've got time. And obviously, like, you'll get your benefits for leveling up. Like I said, your proficiency bonus goes up, which means I'm going to go through your character sheets and recalculate that a bit.
Woo.
For all of those. Most importantly, for you, you get a bigger bardic inspiration die, because it goes up to D8. And you get your inspiration back on short rest now. Which means you now transform into one of those people who's like, oh, I did a thing. Let's take a break. You know, we call those fighters.
I don't know what you're talking
or
about.
warlocks.
You'd be like,
The short rest classes are infamous for that.
I need a rest. I'm feeling faint. I need to sit on this fainting couch.
As you do. And then, yeah, over in Druid country, your big deal is that you're getting your crazy 3rd level spells. And because you're a druid, you get all of them.
Yeehaw.
Preparation's going to take even longer now.
Hooray.
Huzzah. I think
Do
you
you
get
get any good ones?
I think you get circle spells now too, don't you?
Yeah, I get Call Lightning
Right.
and Plant Growth for free.
Ooh.
Don't spend spell slots. I get to do them once per day. It's like the Log Strider and Bark Skin and whatnot.
Ooh. That's cool. Anise is going to be too powerful. It's going to win the Grail War just by existing.
Druids are crazy.
They can get, like, if you don't multi-class, they can get super powerful.
Druids have one of the best incentives to not multi-class, which is hitting the point where they stop aging almost. Like, for most normal games, it doesn't matter that much, but damn.
I don't get flying until 8th level.
Ooh.
Yeah. But at level 20, you become an archdruid.
But I do get swimming.
You got swimming last level, I think.
I got it at level 4, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if you hang on to archdruid, you hit level 20, then you can wild shape an unlimited number of times, which is a big step up over 2. Yeah, like level 20 is crazy for druids.
Starting at the 18th level, the magic you wield causes you to age more slowly. For every 10 years that pass, your body only ages 1 year.
Yeah.
And half-elves are already long-lived anyway. Dang.
Good God.
Yeah, like as a half-elf, if you make it to level 18 at a decent time, you could literally live to be over 1,000. Which is pretty cool.
Cool.
It's also why, and you'll see more of this when you go to Sherwood, but you can actually interact with elves who are stupid old. Like an elf druid can live to be several thousand years old. Like full stop, like the length of human history. Or at least the modern concept of human history. It's crazy. Type moon time is stupid and we're not going to talk about it. Remember, kids, physics didn't exist until Jesus.
Clearly.
Yeah. Have fun with that comment section. Anyway, yeah, we got there. So next week we will pick back up with the hotel stuff, VV stuff, and you'll have some opportunities for some different threads you want to follow up on. If there's anything that the two of you want to do before you leave Paris, let me know and I will work it in. Otherwise, we will advance the story.
Woo!
Woo!
Yay. All right, well, good night, Internet. Have fun with that. And thank you for joining us for, I guess, 28 episodes now. That's crazy.
Bye, nerds.